Hey everybody, it's Rob Holman with Northwest Fishing Reports, and no, this isn't a fireside chat, and Hannah, our special guest, is not co-hosting the show. We're actually doing something a little bit different. Tonight, we're going to look at the best of lake fishing from season 1, 2, and 3 of Northwest Fishing Reports. We've got walleye, sturgeon, lakes all over the Northwest, lots of tips, some funny moments. I hope you enjoy the show.
There's sad stuff.
Yeah, there's some sad moments where there's like, but whatever.
Is that really
Jigmeister?
Jigmeister's, huh?
It's
cool.
It's his Helgamite, and I had him make me some in white for just this purpose.
Right.
That white bait there, and what that does, I mean, it helps me, that white. I can see the bait when I'm doing this sight fishing like this, you know, and I'm looking at the fish. I can see the bait,
yeah,
and see how the fish is reacting to the bait. Sometimes that doesn't matter. Like these fish, right now they're chomping it, but a lot of times that white really helps me just see what's going on. You know, greens, purples, blues. These walleye in here feeding on perch, so the greens lately have been really good. Then as far as weight system goes, this is a bottom bouncer, and this one's with the arm. Some come just with the single bar here. This one's with the arm. I like it with the arm because, you know, you just have the swivel there for your leader.
It's too much fun.
Awesome.
We're having too much fun out here.
Thanks for taking us to this spot, Tom.
Yeah, thank you, Tom. Expert navigation. Woo!
So we just pulled up here and we came across two fish that were on a bed, and it was a male and a female. And what we're waiting on right now is for the male to re-enter the bed. Right now the bed is completely empty because the male is off the bed, and every time that male comes off of that bed, that female will not commit to it. So we're waiting for the male to re-enter the bed, and once it re-enters, that'll bring the female back in. And Tom is pointing out to me here that the male is showing back up, and I think we're ready to catch him.
Des explained to me that when bed fishing, there's usually a hot spot where the fish will react to the bait being presented. In this sequence, we can see the hot spot is actually off to the side of the primary bed as the fish attacks the bait not once, but twice.
See, I'm just shaking that slack line right there, Mike. Doesn't seem like it's too effective, but what's actually occurring with the bait is that the stick bait sits on the bottom, it's quivering just by simply shaking that slack line. And what that does is it keeps the bait right in the bed without moving it. That's what we're trying to do, is to keep the bait right in that bed and keep some action at the same time. So just popping that slack line will give it that quiver action to possibly entice the bite here.
I learned it's really important to work all areas of a bed in order to get a fish to bite.
Oh, we had him on for a second there.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll just drop it right back down there. He'll pick it right back up. He just barely felt that hook. Got him. About that. How about that? That's a decent fish. Just for the viewers at home, we actually caught this fish once when we first saw him.
And then what we've got is the system I like to use is a Gamakatsu #4, and I've got them tandem. The first hook there is snelled, and I hook that about like that to try to get it kind of in line with the tail. So if you get a short strike, you'll catch a fish on that back hook. Otherwise, you got that one that's in the meat of the body. I like to use E-chips. These E-chips are made by ProTroll, and ProCure is actually the bait and the brine that we're using right here. This orange brine is made by ProCure. So we've got about 1.5 ounce weight here on this one, going back to that leader where the bait's at, and I'm going to try to tune it a little bit. You want that bait to make it's a little fast there. You want to go about 1 to 2 revolutions per second. So if it's a little fast like that, you just bring it back in, and you can straighten it out. That's the key, is getting a nice roll. Sometimes it just takes a matter of tuning it a couple times to get a slower roll.
More Northwest Fishing reports after the break.
So this is a planer board we're going to be running, and this one actually breaks down, makes it nice for storage, and you get some surface lines out. So in fishing with planer boards, you've got some speed changes. When you're making your turns, we like to try to do S turns and try to just speed that bait up a little bit.
So this gets far up towards its face, towards its tip of its nose. Reach up in there nice and tight. All right, bring him in, get him in the boat. Get in the boat.
Holy cow! Look at that thing. It is thrashing. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Tiger muskie with Craig Dowdy and YJ. What? Holy cow!
Good job, guys.
Look at those things. That's vicious.
Look how beat up its tail and fins are.
One of those great urban fisheries. We showed you Duwamish, and this is, whoa, nice. Lake Washington, Coho. Oh, there he is. Look at that guy go. He's wrapped himself. Look at that. That's a beautiful fish. Big old hook nose silver. It's got some color to it, but it's looking good. Let's take a look at some of the gear that we used and some gear that works well for coho on Lake Washington. First off, we've got your standard little 8-inch flasher with a hoochie. About an 18 to 22 inch leader seems to work pretty well. You don't want to be trolling as fast on the lake as you would out on the saltwater, where you're going to be going 3.5 miles saltwater. On the lake, you're going to be looking for that 1.4 to 2 mile an hour troll. So just enough to maybe make it flip over every once in a while, but these fish are not going to go generally after fast, aggressive presentations. Another trolling setup is a Dodger, and in this case we've got a mini hoochie with a spinner, or you could use a max smile blade on the front end of that. And with these hoochie rigs, you could try using a little shrimp on there for some flavor enhancement. Bait never seems to hurt, so you could give that a try. As far as what we caught our fish on today, this mag lip style plug, green, pink tail. We caught 2 nice rainbow in that hook nose coho on this guy right here. I've had success in the past as well with the Brad's little wigglers here, Pirate and Blue.
And then next time you feel that little tap, 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 let's just send that hook home, set it hard.
So do these fish fight, Dave?
Just a little bit.
Nice.
Rob, you might want to stretch.
Getting ready.
That face you were making doesn't make you look any younger.
Right, right.
He's still on his warm up.
Nice, the vets have taken over and I don't even have to do anything.
Oh, fish, good fish.
Yeah.
Good job, Chris.
Just like to say thanks to the Fallen Outdoors for, you know, getting us out and getting all these veterans together, facilitating all this, bringing all these boat captains in, you know, thank them for their time. But this is the first time I've ever caught a kokanee, you know, and I wouldn't be able to do this because, one, I don't have the faintest idea of how this works or anything. But, you know, great organization. It's all non-profit. You get vets out. It's vets helping vets. You know, if you have any questions, look them up. You know, thefallenoutdoors.com. I'd like to thank all the volunteers and the people behind the scenes that make all this thing happen, you know, just to help somebody out, help the veterans out, help them give back to them, because most of them have given a lot.
Don't act too excited.
Fish on! Northwest Fishing reports. Fish on!
There we go.
You want to plug Howie's Auto Service?
His shirt is right there. I mean, that's all I got.
Why do you think I'm wearing this shirt?
Anything to say at all? Anything?
Not right now. I'm kind of busy.
Like get out of your face or something, you know?
There is that.
Wow, look at that.
Wow!
That is a monster. Old Spud's old spawner.
Lee, I tell you what, you're a man. Most people would have handed off 4 times.
Tomorrow either. It's a heck of a fish, Lee.
Oh yeah, that's a big fish.
Oh my God! You gonna hit the boat?
Oh, hook it up. Come here.
He's a big, fat, healthy boy.
I've got line out on my side.
Well, that's one way to do it.
Thank you. That's how you hoist the fish.
Robbie, it was kind of a tough morning. We didn't exactly slay him today, did we?
It was tough, pretty tough, Mike. Nice, the weather was good though, but the fish was not cooperating.
Yep. The fish this year are running probably 8 to 11 inches, so not great.
Can you two-rod for bass, shall we?
Absolutely, but not in a tournament.
Oh, wow.
We are not tournament fishing, so I'm up in the ante. And you left your rod in the water. You got the camera, so I'm about to hook one on your pole.
I appreciate the help, man. It looks like I need all the help I can get, don't I? Hey! Oh yeah! Oh yeah, I like that one. Woo!
Big fish today, but he fought like he was 3 times that size.
Oh.
Jeff's turn.
Here you go. Pepe, catch this fish, please. 7 face. Nice fish. Almost time for the kokanee dance.
That's just started.
Wait, let's get that kokanee dance going. Too much fun, eh?
Oh, excellent.
Again. Got him in. All right, we got him in. There you go. Ow! Limits on Lake Wenatchee.
Today on Lake Wenatchee, we caught all of our fish on a pretty easy setup. It goes back to the old school way of catching sockeye: an aught dodger and 2 red hooks. So we got an aught dodger, which is about an 8-inch dodger. This is a Max Lure brand. To a swivel And from the swivel to the eyelid of the hook's about anywhere from 8 to 10 inches. I vary it just a little bit, and what that does is it just gets a twitch on this hook as it's sitting back there flashing, and the sockeye love it. Also on Lake Wenatchee, you have to use barbless hooks and no bait or scent. Here's 2 red barbless hooks. The reason is there's spring chinook and dollies in the lake, and they don't want you catching them. They're on the endangered species, so that's the reason for no scent and no bait.
Lift up, 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 up.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
Oh man!
Wow!
Woo! Holy smoke!
Hey, Captain! Oh my god! Nice fish.
Yeah! And that's how women catch fish.
Look at this springer.
Oh!
Hang on.
Look at that. So what did you do there, Kyle? What was the secret?
We just went around the circle again. There, yeah, get your hand underneath it. There you go.
Holy smokes.
Alright. What do you think, Hillary? How was that?
That's a fight.
That's a hog.
You want me to take pictures of it? Oh, I don't. Awesome.
I'm starting the day out today with a silver forward fender with about 12 inches of leader down to a silver smile blade and a little pink wedding ring combo with a tipped worm. We're gonna run 120 feet probably to start, get away from that motor noise, and these fish that we're looking for on this lure will probably be in the 10 to 15 foot range in the water column, hopefully getting them feeding on midges, and they'll see this coming by.
Salmonberry, what are you going to be using today?
So I'm starting with one of Fish Lures, Tony's. I don't know the name of this one, but I've had quite a bit of success with it on Lake Washington, tipped with some live nightcrawler. And then this is a James Gull custom-made sling blade. So we'll see how this works today.
He's a pretty good one. Alright, you ready there, Randy?
It has a lot of fingers. It's an oddly shaped lake. Here's a map. The map shows all the little fingers. Now the central and middle finger of the lake is what we're going to be dealing with the most today on the western shore. We're going to troll up and down the western shore of the middle finger. Yeah, I know. I know. What else can I call it? Let's get fishing. No, it's taking line. It's taking line for me, so I'd say we either have a burbot or a mac.
Oh, that looks like a beauty, man.
Lake trout don't necessarily give up the biggest fight, but he's just sitting there, if you can see that.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Could be lake trout chasing schools, yep. He has no interest in letting me bring him up. And I'm gonna bring him up right out here so you can step out.
Okay. You're gonna want to walk backwards a little bit when you get up there. So.
Yep. I'll bring him right up to the ladder, scoop him up. He's gotta be getting close. There was only 55 feet of land. There's the gear.
There's the gear. Ooh, I saw a big tail.
That is such a beautiful fish.
Wow, you caught him on the tiniest little lure.
The kokanee gear.
Wow, that's incredible. Ooh, perfect hookup too, hard. Both hooks in the jaw.
Look at that.
Look at that. That's nice and shiny. Just look at it.
Look at that.
Where's your scale? You said you brought a scale.
Oh, I brought a scale.
Where's it at?
I brought a scale. Let's, this guy's going home with us. So the plan is we're gonna cook this guy up. We're going to fillet him, make some steaks, and we're gonna cook it for lunch tomorrow. Let's see what this guy weighs in at and what length he is.
Almost 14.
33.5 inches, 14 pounds.
Some great fish, some walleye in the box. I just want to give a quick shout out to Grace Harbor Unders for their performance base layers, which Dan didn't have.
I know it was going to turn bad.
And I'm sure glad I did. Hey Dave, thanks a lot for bringing us out.
You're welcome, Rob.
Pretty productive. Got some walleye. We got this guy is at 61 inches, just a couple inches underneath the limit.
Correct.
And measurement again from the nose to the fork of the tail. Wow, I don't even know what to say. I mean, these are powerful fish. So Dave, show us how it's done here, man. I'm interested to see what's gonna happen.
Oh, are you kidding me? Holy cow.
Nice job, gentlemen.
This is
Yeah, that's a bigger fish.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Oh, that one looks like it's fishing 8.
Wow.
get this on film. This is a big fish.
Yeah. What was the wink for?
All right.
Nice job.
This is why you go out with Daryl and Dad's Family Guide Service. Ask for Jeff. Although Anton's pretty good too.
He's old though.
He's old. Jeff, that's a sweet fish.
Yeah. Handy fish.
Nice.
And it's a little bit more challenging during the winter to fish kokanee. You gotta work a little bit harder for them. Here, fishy, fishy. Here, fishy, fishy. Here, fishy, fishy. Here, fishy, fishy. Good, Mike. Okay, now.
Fish on. What location are we at, Luke?
Off of Woodland Park Village.